Cool. So we're recording. So Micah, you've obviously, gosh, I mean, you've had some pretty cool, exciting, not only results, but also like mindset shifts since
Yeah.
we started together. So yeah, just tell me kind of, I really want to know like kind of what were the things that were going on in your mind right before and kind of like as you started to, yeah, just like kind of like when you were looking for a coach or a mentor.
Um, well, primarily, I don't like it when things don't move forward. And even though, as we've seen, like you can get extremely uncomfortable and it can be challenging. But just like you said, that's kind of what you sign up for when you're an entrepreneur. And also, I know Alex Sharfin also mentioned that if you decide to become an entrepreneur, you're basically sign up to a life of crisis. So there's that. But yeah, so for me, excuse me, for me, the problem was, when you don't have someone showing you, which steps to take next, and when you go down the rabbit hole every day inside your own head, and you kind of try new things, but you never really get any results, and you try a little this, a little that, it's pretty inconsistent. Nothing seems to be getting you traction at all.
Yeah,
So
totally. I hear you. And so sorry, I don't want to cut you off if you got more.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So what were kind of the things that were going through your head? I know we had a couple of conversations kind of before you decided to move forward. What were kind of the thoughts or questions or maybe even reasons why you ultimately decided to do it?
The reason is I decided
get mentoring.
Yeah, the reason I decided to do it is really you can't really make it on your own. And I think, obviously you probably theoretically could, but it's pretty stupid actually to do it all by yourself. That's just my personal opinion, but the things that were going. What was for me is I knew that there had to be some other strategies out there that I haven't tried, and that's to try and search it for yourself and instead have someone who's done it before and someone who's actually tried both paid ads and are organic, and yeah, that's kind of what did it for me. So. I wanna learn from someone who actually has gotten results, and your testimonials were pretty incredible. So I kind of, that's kind of why I chose you too, because it's kind of, with today's market, everyone's a coach, everyone's an expert, everyone's a guru, but the percentage of people who actually knows anything is pretty small. So yeah, you kind of really have to go with you have to go with someone who's gotten good results, and you also have to bet on yourself. And if you don't take any risks, you're never gonna win. So that's kind of what the things I thought about.
Beautiful. Well, I remember. Thank you for sharing that. And I remember as we were talking, like literally hours and seconds before you made the commitment to join, I could hear you talking, and I was like, this guy is going to get incredible results because he has the right mindset about it. Like I knew it. And yeah. You did. So you don't have to, you can share like financial if you want to, or you don't have to, but you've been in the program for 2 weeks now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like literally exactly 2 weeks. What have your results been so far?
My results has been so far I'd say a complete mindset shift to even though it wasn't all rags before I started, but initially right off the bat, on our onboarding call, I kind of got okay, this is how I should be thinking about, charging my worth, and this is how I should be looking at some things. And yeah, so for me personally, that was maybe the biggest win right off the bat, and that also opened the possibility for me to be there to charge what I was worth. Because before I had just taken, small gigs and way lower prices than I should charge. And when I started working with you, it was I think it was less than a week or about a week after we started working together. I got a guy reaching out to me, and it turned out he was a two comma club, or he was a marketing guy for a two comma club member, and they started talking to me, and I think about a handful of others, because obviously when people are looking for help, they never narrow it down to just one. So I had pretty harsh competition, but killing their false objections and basically all of their objections, landed me a two comma club client for a pretty good gig, and for $3,000 right off the bat. And that's kind of a major win for me, because that's double what I've taken before for bigger projects than this. And this was a smaller project and twice the pay. So it was incredible. And to be honest, I don't think I would have gotten the client. And secondly, I would never dared to take that much for a project like this, which means that it would be a break even at best. So that's something that I'm grateful for, really. So,
Dude, that's so awesome to hear. Like, yeah, you're barely just scratching the surface. You already made such incredible progress and gotten like incredible results, not only externally, but like internally too. And yeah, I'm super proud of you and super stoked for you. And this is literally just barely the beginning, which is the crazy thing.
yeah. Yeah, and just like we talked today, yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty rough day. I got a little over my on top of my head, over my head, with all the things. There's a lot of things moving, a lot of parts moving, a lot of lot of stuff that has to be done, and that I have to work on, and you just like told me, here's this is the way we have to look at it, and it's just like, I'm way out of my head here. I just went down a rabbit hole super deep, and just focused on the wrong things, and luckily we were able to get me right back on the surface, and start focusing on what's important instead. So that's super awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, Micah. Well, you're doing great work, a great job. And yeah, I can see your mindset has already totally shifted around, and yeah, really excited to keep working with you.
Yeah. It's likewise. So yeah, and basically, kind of what I learned from yesterday as well is, you don't want to eat the whole elephant at once. So that's kind of the moral of the story there. So that was what I was trying to do too. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just take small, consistent steps. Do what you can do today, and that's enough.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Micah, super quick question before we hop off. What would you say to someone who's like on the fence about getting coaching or mentoring?
I'd say, well, basically, there's two options. You can go at it alone and do the trial and error, and basically shoot in the dark. Fine, go ahead. Or you can get someone who's done it before, and you can get someone who actually can help you. Because I think that's also the way the big ballers do it. They never go at these things alone. Why should you? So that's kind of my moral in that.
Well said. You put it perfectly. All right. Well, thank you so much, Micah. I appreciate you for being here and for sharing this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you're going to continue to crush it because I know you will.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Awesome.
Okay, awesome. Great talking to you.